A new player is close to leaving Barcelona before the end of the summer transfer window. Replacement for Ferran Lopez at Barcelona in case he moves to Chelsea. Barcelona is preparing to announce the departure of Oriol Romeu. Luis Enrique's comment, Paris Saint-Germain coach, regarding the clash with Barcelona. And before we start, don't forget to share your opinion in the comments about Barcelona's Champions League matches. And if you are a follower of FC Barcelona, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give a like, and follow our page. A new player is close to leaving Barcelona before the end of the summer transfer window. Some press reports in the past few hours have confirmed that a new player is close to leaving FC Barcelona during the current summer transfer period. Hector Fort is one of the names nearing departure from Barcelona, especially given the economic crisis the club is currently experiencing. Barcelona aims to let some players leave before the end of the transfer window, particularly with the club's desire to register new players in its squad. Developments on Hector Fort's future. According to the Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo, the young defender Hector Fort, 19, has continued steps towards leaving Barcelona as negotiations with RCD Mallorca advance. RCD Mallorca has expressed interest in signing the player on loan, considering him an important option to strengthen their squad, according to recent meetings between sporting director Deco and Mallorca officials, which were highly positive. Despite this progress, the completion of the deal is still linked to the departure of fullback Pablo Maffio from the team, as he has an offer from Brazil's Atlético Mineiro. The Spanish newspaper noted that, so far, Maffio's situation has not been resolved, leaving Fort in a state of waiting, despite having other alternatives that could be activated if his transfer to Mallorca fails. The young player is not the only one Mallorca has in its sights, as the club continues investing in Barcelona talents. This summer, they have already signed Pablo Torre and the young Jan Virgili, as part of a growing collaboration between the two clubs. Replacement for Ferran Lopez at Barcelona in case he moves to Chelsea. The officials at FC Barcelona have no plans to look for a replacement in the transfer market if Ferran Lopez, a team player, decides to move to English club Chelsea during the summer transfer window. Flick bets on youth to replace Ferran Lopez. The ideal option is Pedro Fernandez, known as Drew, an attacking midfielder aged 17, who has already participated in a tour with the first team during preseason. One of his most notable achievements is his commitment to the club, and it seems the Catalan club's management is convinced that if Ferran Lopez leaves, Drew would be the solution, according to the Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo this Thursday. Drew was one of the biggest surprises of German coach Hansi Flick's tour, where he gained solid ground in a competition in which, theoretically, many other players were ahead of him. Last season, he struggled to maintain his continuity with Giuliano Pailidi's under-19 team, where names like Jan Virgili, Diarra, Arnaud Pradas, and Juan Hernandez appeared more established. Flick showed confidence in his talent and gave him the opportunity to play during preseason, while others, like Virgili, moved to Mallorca or Pradas to Saudi Arabia, and did not even play in their first match with the reserve team last season. Drew's emergence confirms that he is in a developmental phase. He has also convinced Flick's coaching staff, and the club sees him as ready to step up if Ferran departs. Barcelona is preparing to announce the departure of Oriol Romeu. FC Barcelona and midfielder Oriol Romeu are close to reaching an official agreement to terminate the contract between both parties, according to the newspaper Mundo Deportivo. The agreement is expected to be announced in the coming hours, possibly on Thursday, August 28th. Terminating Oriol Romeu's contract opens the way to register new players. This development comes after several days of intensive negotiations between the club and the player, with positions becoming very close, and Romeu's departure is likely to be final and immediate. The contract termination is a necessary step to facilitate the registration of both Gerard Martí and Rony Bardi, following Inaki Peña's transfer to Elche, allowing the club to register new players, including Szczesny. During Barcelona's tour in Asia, Oriol Romeu trained individually, knowing that he would not be part of head coach Charlie Flick's plans, despite attending the team presentation at the Joan Gamper Trophy. With the summer transfer window closing on September 1st, The club aims to finalize all matters before the match against Rayo Vallecano in the third round of La Liga on Sunday, August 31st. Luis Enrique's comment, Paris Saint-Germain coach, regarding the clash with Barcelona. The Spanish coach Luis Enrique, manager of Paris Saint-Germain, broke his silence following the Champions League draw ceremony for the new 2025-26 season, which placed his team in a fiery group that includes Barcelona, Chelsea, and Newcastle. The anticipated showdown between Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona has drawn particular attention, not only because it brings together two huge powers on the European stage, but also because it carries an emotional and historical dimension for the Spanish coach, who led Barcelona during a golden era and won the Champions League with them. Enrique described the meeting with his former team Barcelona as a very special encounter, stressing that it will attract the eyes of the entire world, as it contains all the elements of football drama, history, stars, tactical challenge, and the battle for the top spot in the toughest group of the competition. Speaking to the media, Enrique said, "I know Barcelona very well. I know the nature of the club, its ambition, and its fighting spirit. It would be a mistake for any team to think they can get past them easily, because Barcelona has a clear identity and a strong personality in the Champions League." The Spanish coach did not hide his personal feelings towards the Catalan club, affirming that he still carries beautiful memories of his years there, both as a player and as a coach. But at the same time, he stressed that his loyalty today lies with Paris Saint-Germain, and that he will fight for the colors of his current team, making it clear that emotion will never affect his rigor or his desire to win. He added, "Everyone knows I spent great years at Barcelona, but now we are in a different moment. I am the coach of Paris, and all my focus is on how to lead this team to success. We will face Barcelona with the spirit of competition, not the spirit of memories." Enrique also spoke about the tactical difficulties awaiting his team in this group, stressing that facing Barcelona requires the highest levels of mental and technical readiness. He praised what the Catalan team is achieving under German coach Hansi Flick, noting that Barcelona has become a team distinguished by its ability to come back in matches and turn difficult games into victories thanks to the character of its young players and their fighting spirit. In contrast, Enrique sent a strong message to the Paris Saint-Germain fans, affirming that the Parisian team itself possesses a tremendous arsenal of stars capable of making the difference at any moment, starting with Kylian Mbappé, who is enjoying one of his best seasons, through to the new signings that have strengthened the team and the great cohesion that has begun to emerge inside the dressing room. He added, "We are a team with a legitimate ambition to win the Champions League, and we will not fear facing any opponent, no matter how big. If you want to win the title, you have to be ready to face the giants from the beginning." Enrique did not hide that this clash will be of global interest, as it will bring back memories of some of the biggest and most famous European encounters between Barcelona and Paris, whether those in which the Catalan side achieved historic victories, or those in which Paris recorded notable wins. He confirmed that this historical background makes the match even more exciting, and that the players on the pitch will be required to write a new chapter in this long story between the two clubs. The Spanish coach also emphasized the importance of small details in matches of this magnitude, such as controlling the midfield, limiting the danger of Barcelona's creative players, and countering the great speed that characterizes the Catalan team. He confirmed that Paris will not go to Camp Nou or any other stadium just to defend, but will try to impose their character and style of play. At the end of his remarks, Enrique said, "Champions League matches are the ones that make history, and the players know that these encounters are unforgettable. Barcelona will be a very tough test, but Paris will also be a stubborn opponent. No one can predict what will happen, but what I promise the fans is that we will fight until the last minute." With this lengthy statement, Luis Enrique ignited the atmosphere ahead of the anticipated clash and raised the level of anticipation among fans and the media alike, as it seems this group will become a stage for thrilling football stories, and the match between Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona will be one of the main headlines of this season's Champions League, and perhaps one of the matches that will remain engraved in the fans' memory for many years.